Welcome to Guided Visualization Meditation. My name is Lisa, and I'll be leading you through some visualization meditation this morning. Just so that you are able to play music if you feel like you need it. I will be playing music, but you may not hear it in the background. So if you go to Spotify, if you have another device, and you can go to Spotify and look for the mix technique. I have a playlist called 528HZ, and the song that I'll be playing is Love and Miracles. It's a DNA repair. Or you can play whatever you enjoy, which is totally fine too. This is a candle visualization meditation, and I find that with a visual, if you're not used to meditating yet, you're able to focus on the flame, which helps to give you one focal point. Eventually, you may not need the visual or the candle, but in the case that this is your first time meditating, or you just haven't done it in a long time, or you need something to focus on, that's what the visual aid is for, the candle is for. So I want you to find a comfortable seated position where you can sit with your spine straight, roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And while you're connected to your seat, to the floor or your mat or a comfortable chair or the grass if you happen to be outside, and feel the top of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. I'm going to turn off this light so you can focus on the flame now. And so while you're allowing your eyes to either close for a moment just so that you can get focused, or you're focusing on the actual flame, I want you to just bring your attention to your breath. Notice if it's fast, if it's shallow. And then I want you to inhale through the nose as deeply as you can, as slowly as you can. See if you can take 5 seconds to fully inhale. Bring in all of the oxygen into the lungs. Feel the expansion of the rib cage and your lungs, your diaphragm. And then at the top of your breath, at maximum breath, exhale all of your air out slowly. Again, taking about 5 seconds to fully exhale. Keep that cycle of breath, that pattern of breath, that slow motion inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose going. And even if you need to take your hands to the midsection to feel the expansion and then to feel everything coming back in towards center, you can do that. As much as there may be some things in the mind right now, a lot of things in the news and whatever you're going through, we're all here for this meditation for different reasons, whatever your reason being, welcome, and I'm thankful that you have joined. I want you to try to clear your mind, if that makes sense. Clear your mind of all of those thoughts. And again, that doesn't mean you're ignoring them or sweeping them under the rug. You're just clearing your mind for a moment. And then later, if there's thoughts that you feel like you still need to connect with or touch base with or recognize or honor, then you can. But in this moment, in this visualization meditation, you are focused on the candlelight, your 5-second inhale, your 5-second exhale, and that's it. Notice any thoughts that do pop up, recognize them, and then let them float past. Try not to hold on to them during this practice. If you're feeling like you can take on another observation, I want you from the toes all the way up to the top of the head to do a scan of the body and see how you feel. Are there areas that have tension? Try to be very specific about where you feel this too. If it helps you, this is something that usually helps me, I'll visualize. And if there's an area that feels discomfort or sore or injured, I'll focus on that specific spot and have it be a red color in my mind. And as I find my slow motion breath and go through my meditation practice, those areas slowly turn into a blue color as I send my oxygen to those areas, or I send that healing energy to those areas. Be sure to sit in a position that's comfortable. If you're feeling like you're distracted by the way you're sitting, you can always move. Don't feel like you have to be locked in a certain position. You can stretch your legs out. You can sit in lotus if that's comfortable. You can sit on knees. You can even be in Shavasana with the eyes closed if that helps. These meditations were something that helped me a lot when I was going through my yoga teacher training, and we did a lot of visualization, candle meditations. We did walking meditations. You can do cloud meditations. You can do whatever feels peaceful for you and allows you to just stop everything for a moment or two. Bring your attention again to your breathing, making sure that those breaths are just as deep and slow as they were when you started. Something else that I like to incorporate in classes, if people are holding a lot of tension in the neck or in the shoulders, the upper back, I'll have them take a big deep breath in through the nose, raising the shoulders up by the ears. So you're in this very awkward position where the neck is short and the shoulders are right by the earlobes. And then at that maximum breath, I have you drop the shoulders down, release them, and exhale the air out quickly. You can do a few of those. Inhale, shoulders up by the ears, shortening the neck, tensing all of the upper back muscles for a moment. And then exhale, drop, release. And we can do it one more time. Inhale, shoulders up by the ears, really finding all of that tension up so that we can release it. Drop, exhale, release. On your next inhale, I want you to see if you can fill up the lungs as big as possible. Take your biggest breath, and then you're going to hold your breath at maximum capacity just for a moment. Hold that breath for a moment and then try to sip in a little bit more air, stretching out the lungs even more, and then slowly exhale back out through the nose. This is a great practice in working on lung flexibility. You know, we talk about our muscles being flexible and everything else, but we don't really talk about how the lungs have to stretch as well. So we'll try that practice again. We'll inhale through the nose, big, slow, deep breath, and then holding your breath at maximum capacity just for a moment. Sip in a little bit more air. It might not even be that much. And then slow motion exhale back out through the nose. And we'll take one more just like that. Inhale, big deep breath in through the nose, filling up the lungs, expanding the rib cage. Hold the breath at the top, maximum capacity. Sip in a little bit more air. Exhale slowly back out through the nose. For the next few moments, you can just let yourself sit comfortably, either with eyes closed like you would in Shavasana, or continuing to look at the candlelight. You can do an awareness meditation in Shavasana with eyes open. And just really focusing on your breath and the light. If you've been watching the candlelight for the last few minutes, go ahead and softly start to blink the eyes and then allow the eyes to close. You can probably still see the candlelight with your eyes closed. You can focus on that one point. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And either slowly hugging the knees into the chest if you're laying down, or slowly rolling up if you were in child's pose, or just sitting up even taller if you were seated. Slowly start to open the eyes. We'll take a big, deep breath. Inhale. You can stretch your arms out, whether you're laying down or sitting upright or standing. Reach them out to the top corners of whatever you're standing in or on or seated on, and give a big stretch like you're yawning. And then wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a big hug here to stretch out the upper back, the shoulders. Maybe release any extra tension that might be in that upper back trapezius area. And then we'll do it again. Inhale, reach the arms out to the top corners of your room. Stretch tall, long, and then as you exhale, hug, but the other arm is on top this time, so you've switched. Give a little squeeze here. And slowly release the hands back onto your lap or onto the mat. Taking a big, deep community breath all together. Inhale, slow motion in through the nose, filling up the lungs one last time together. And exhaling slowly back out. Thank you guys so much for joining me and taking a moment to just be still and focus and meditate. You can take this practice with you anywhere, and you don't even necessarily need to have too quiet of an area, as long as you can maybe put headphones in or close your eyes safely, of course. But I'm sending energy to you, to anyone who needs extra energy. And please do the same if you are able to and have energy to share. Do it positively somehow today. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.